everybody, it's Tom and Jerry Fan 64 here, and it's now time to do a movie review. I'm going to be re-reviewing the 1968 movie Night of the Living Dead. And then the next video I'm going to be doing is going to be a movie review to Dawn of the Dead, the 1978 movie, which I watched the 1978 Dawn of the Dead movie on Fetch Fruit, along with the movie The Land of the Dead, which I will review Land of the Dead today or tomorrow. So yeah, this movie I do have to review, and what's really interesting is that the 1978 Dawn of the Dead movie, one of the Blu-rays, is like over $100, I believe. The Blu-ray of it, the regular Blu-ray goes for $100 online. I do have to get the 1978 Dawn of the Dead movie on DVD, and I heard the VHS of Dawn of the Dead, the 1978 movie, is extremely hard to find, so I hope to get the DVD. And tomorrow I am planning on reviewing the 2004 movie Dawn of the Dead. Tomorrow I am planning on doing that. And before I get on to my movie review to Night of the Living Dead, I wanted to show something I got in the mail. Normally I don't show clothes on, but I got something in the mail that I just had to you guys, and that is I got some SpongeBob pajamas in the mail, which I wasn't expecting. So yeah. And one of these, I did watch some bits and pieces of a movie on TV called Armed and Dangerous. I'm going to review that pretty soon with John Candy and recipes. So in my opinion, just like my original movie review to Night of the Living Dead, it's going to be spoiler related. And just like my original movie review to Day of the Dead 1985, that's going to be a spoiler review. And then, but the 1978 Dawn of the Dead movie is not going to be a spoiler review. When I do review the 2004 movie, it will be a spoiler review. My movie review, The Survival of the Dead, will be a spoiler review, but Diary of the Dead will not, and Land of the Dead will not be a spoiler review either. Actually, Land of the Dead will be a spoiler review. So yeah. In my opinion, the 1968 Night of the Living Dead movie is one of my favorite movies of all time. One of my favorite... The Living Dead series is probably my favorite movie directed by George A. Romero, and I've also seen another George A. Romero movie I really like I really enjoy is the the Dark Half, which I hope to get on VHS. I heard that the Dark Half is getting a 4K by Viavision. It's getting a 4K, but I don't know if it's in the United States. I hope it gets a 4K. I am going to re-review, and I'm also going to be re-reviewing the original Return of the Living Dead, because I am planning on reviewing. I do have the 2007 collector's edition DVD release of the Return of the Living Dead, the 1984 movie. I hope to get on VHS, and I will get the Return of the Living Dead 2 and 3 on VHS and DVD, even though I heard Return of the Living Dead 2 has a 0% of Rotten Tomatoes, but I've seen clips from it. I watched a video about the Carnage Count of the Return of the Living Dead series. It looks pretty bad, but I'm going to see it, but probably not tomorrow. And I do have to get Return of the Living Dead Necropocalypse, or how you pronounce it, on DVD, and I have to get Rave to the Grave on DVD. So in my opinion, what really irritates me about the 1968 movie, Night of the Living Dead, is that they killed off Dwayne Jones' character. They killed off Ben. In my opinion, the posse that was killing the zombies should have looked to make sure that Ben was a zombie, but he was not. They didn't bother to look. Yeah, I really enjoyed this movie, and I do have the 1990 remake from Tom Savini on digital, which I think I have VHS, and I also hope to get Day of the Dead, the 1985 movie, on DVD. I will get the remake of Day of the Dead from early 2000s, even though I heard that film sucked, and I hope to get Day of the Dead Bloodline, or whatever it's called, on DVD. The reason why I'm going to get the remake of Day of the Dead is because it has Nick Cannon, and it has Ving Rhames. So yeah. So yeah, I'm going to give the 1968 movie Night of the Living Dead, a 5 out of 5 stars and A+. I hope to get this one on VHS, and I hope to get Dawn of the Dead 1978 movie on DVD. And I do know there's a VHS of the 2004 Dawn of the Dead, which I hope to get if I can find it on DVD. And I do have Land of the Dead on DVD, which I have the unrated director's cut of that one. And I do have to get the Day of the Dead 1985 movie on DVD. I did find the movie Survival of the Dead on DVD for $1 at Legacy Thrift Store multiple times, but I didn't get it because the disc was in bad condition, and plus it had the DVD of Diary of the Dead inside. I hope to get both of those on DVD. And I heard that there was supposed to be a movie directed by George A. Romero called Twilight of the Dead, which is reportedly in development, but I don't know if it's going to be released. We'll see. So yeah, like I said, I'm gonna give the Night of the Living Dead, the 1990 movie, 1968 movie, a 5 out of 5 stars. So that is it for my movie, the 1968 movie, Night of the Living Dead. Which I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And all these movie reviews of the Living Dead, the Night of the Living Dead movies are going to be dedicated to the memory of George A. Romero. And I'll get Night of the Animated Dead on DVD. So yeah, that is it for my movie review to Night of the Living Dead from 1968. Which I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And sorry if this is a spoiler review, but I'll see you guys all in my next movie review, which will be a movie review to the 1978 movie Dawn of the Dead. So see you guys then. Adios. R.I.P. George A. Romero.